Hello and welcome to this wonderful course of Computer Network. Today we are going to discuss a specific case of HTTP protocol, which is conditional GET. And let's understand a scenario when where we have multiple clients which are looking for a same web page from the web server, and most of the time those clients are served with those required web pages from the cache or from the uh, proxy servers which are installed in between client and server, because we can save some bandwidth and time if those web pages are not modified by the server. So when a different client wants the same web page which was required by the other client some time back, then that particular second client can have that particular web page from the proxy server if that particular web page is not modified. What exactly I want to say is that, like, if you want to assume, you can assume this particular server as a proxy server, and somewhere we have the main server which is installed over here. So when this particular first client requests a web page from the main server. Okay, let's then understand the concept of proxy server with the help of this particular slide. And we have these original servers installed somewhere uh, in USA, and we have these two clients, and we have these proxy servers installed in between client and original server. So what happens when this particular first client send a request to this original server for a particular web page? This particular web server sends a request back to this particular client with the help of this proxy server, and this proxy server will uh, it keeps a copy of that particular web document. And when this particular second client needs that same web page from the original server, that particular web page can be sent through this proxy server. And you can see if this particular client's request can be served with the help of proxy server, we can save the end-to-end delay. As you can see, your request is not going to this particular original server, and you are also saving the bandwidth of this particular path. What I mean to say is, this particular client is getting its request done from the proxy server instead from the main server. So this is the concept of proxy server, which keeps the copy of a document, and that document is provided to other clients through the proxy server, and other clients don't have to go to the original server again and again to get uh, the required web page. But most of the time you may find that the object or the web page which is residing inside a proxy server is stale, because the original server might have updated that particular web page, so the web page which is residing at the proxy server is stale. That web page is of no use. But how that particular client will make sure that particular web page which is at the proxy server is not modified or modified by the original server? In that case, client has to create a HTTP request with the help of this if modified since method, which you can send to the proxy server, and proxy server will get you a response along with the uh, header which says not modified. If this particular client sends a request to the proxy server with this particular header which says if modified since, and date is mentioned over there, that after this date, before this particular date, it was modified, and after that it's not modified, then object not modified before this particular date which is mentioned in this particular request. Then if it is not modified, then the proxy server, which is this server, will respond back with that particular not modified web page to the client, and client can use that particular web page. So if modified since is a header which is used for making sure about the uh, health of that particular web page. If that particular web page is modified by the original server, then that particular web page is stale and that is of no use. So just to confirm that thing, client side initially sends a request along with if modified since date, and if that particular object not modified before that particular date, then only that particular proxy server can serve that particular web page. And in case you can see in the second example, HTTP request message if modified since along with the date, and that object modified after that particular date, then HTTP response is you can see 200, that is for like a successful request which is reached at the um, original server, and it is sending data as well. So in the first example, you can see that this particular response doesn't have any data because that particular page is not modified, but this particular response has data because that particular web page is modified after that particular date. Then you need to get the updated copy as well. So that is how this conditional get method with the name if modified since works. And I hope you understand the concept of proxy server and the use of this if modified since message. This is used just for checking the healthiness of a web document which is residing inside a proxy server. Is that particular web page is still usable or not? If not, then that particular proxy server will drop that particular web page and request a fresh page from a fresh or updated page from the original server and keeps a copy of that particular page. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next lecture.